Hello and welcome today to Indie Attack. I am Kelson.
I'm Woody.
Today we have The Wizard, and this is not the Fred Savage classic involving the Power Glove.
The seminal
FYI.
work of Fred Savage.
Seminal work. This is a game that is by Hypnotic Owl, and this is a game you can play in your browser. You can also buy it if you want to. They said it's like $6 you get the soundtrack, and basically you are a wizard named Kevin whose face is stolen.
And you have to get it back.
You have to get it back. You kind of become a, black mage from Final
Yes.
Fantasy. You become the classic just glowing eyes and a cowl wizard.
It's this kind of funky, tile-based spell drawing gameplay. A little bit of a dungeon crawler.
Right.
It's not a roguelike. It's not, randomly generated or anything but it
Yeah.
kind of feels like a roguelike when you play it. That kind of real heavy tile-based.
And things are reacting to your movements, So it's it's like a roguelike mixed with, Magicka, is what it made me think of a lot. And also the tone, because it's humorous. Another sort of genre-referential humor game.
Yeah.
And I thought the writing was good, and the plot and stuff was actually fun. I actually read it, which is saying something in gaming, always. And you basically are navigating a map, and you get spells, and then to cast the spells, you make little sequential patterns.
Yeah, you have a little, you click on the spaces around you, and you bring up a little 9-dotted sort of casting wheel, and each spell has a different shape that you can cast. Your spells, you can upgrade them over time with different stuff, and they get new benefits. You have your magic missile, which normally it's just a one-hit missile.
Yeah.
But then it will go through enemies eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like that. And I really liked how you cast stuff in this, because it's kind of a neat way to get around just having a drop-down menu. This wouldn't be nearly as fun as it is if you didn't have that drawing mechanic for drawing your spells.
Yeah, exactly. It is unique. And there's also that tactical, it invoked Final Fantasy Tactics, Ogre Battle 60, all those games, Front Mission. It invoked those kinds of games, or, Shin Megami Tensei. Those types of games as far as you can time, how far the enemy moves eventually, and then you're okay, now it's in range, and now I can do this and this. And so there's some of that tactical, so it's a nice fusion.
There's quite a few different spells, too,
Yeah,
I think.
I think it's a pretty long game. I got to, the 5th or 6th map at this point.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it has a nice bit of challenge to it.
Yeah.
It
definitely ramps up. I wasn't too into it, the first couple of maps, but when you hit the third one, where it's the first one that's, multi-screens.
Mm-hmm, multi-screens,
wide,
stronger enemies start showing up, there's treasure chests.
Stuff you've got to hit, you actually have to plan out dodging around enemies and stuff like that.
Totally, yeah.
And, it is pretty challenging, too. You don't have a lot of life, and, a couple mistakes, and you can be dead pretty quick.
Yeah, definitely. I did not plan my moves out at all on the third screen, and I died, and then I was okay, this game's serious.
And I was playing on medium, too, and apparently there's an even harder difficulty, too.
Yeah, likewise, I was playing on the, adept, I think.
No, overall, pretty positive on this game.
Sure.
I don't know if it's something I would play for, a longer stretch of time. It struck me as a cool idea. But I don't think I would sit down and play this. I would play this maybe if it was on mobile or something like that. And it was just, I could kill 5 minutes and play this and save wherever I want to. And
it is kind of the whole spell thing is pretty much just unlocking your cell phone, the game, because you are doing 4-point patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought of that, it would really adapt to a mobile device perfectly. I think I'm maybe a little hotter on it than you, but I totally understand what you're saying, because I think the gameplay, just by default, it becomes pretty repetitive. You're doing, especially early on, you're doing that magic missile over and over and over again, and then you're also the same. What makes it easy also maybe makes it a little repetitive, because to move, it's all click,
Yeah. Well, you can use your WASD.
You can, that's true, yeah, but dragging the box if you want, if that's the way you go, it's maybe you can get a little click, 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 heavy.
Maybe it's low key is kind of, I guess, how I feel in terms of that, where it's you're either winning and doing really well, or you're not and you're just dead.
That's a good point. Yeah, there isn't. I mean, you can get health in the environment, but it is pretty if you're dying, you're probably gonna be dead. It's not
Well, and there are certain situations that feel if you get to a certain point, you may as well be dead. Where if you go into a big room where the enemy layout is in such a way that they're going to have to get close to you to hit them, it can feel I only have 1 heart, I'm just going to die.
Yeah, and maybe the game itself addresses that by giving you more health and stuff over time, and armor or whatever.
Or maybe a way to heal or something.
Yeah, so this isn't a full LP review, but nonetheless, I also think the art style was cool, and that just the vibe. I love the humor.
Yeah.
You know?
I like it. I think it's well made, and I liked a lot about it. It just didn't grab me.
Yeah, I totally. Yeah, some games you like love, and some games you can just appreciate. You know, but it's not your thing. So I would recommend it, and
I'd also probably recommend it too.
Yeah,
you could probably definitely sink some time into this if you wanted to.
Yeah, if it looks interesting to you, seeing it now, I think you would probably enjoy it. And if it doesn't, I think it's safe to skip. Yeah, the Wizard.